Walk me through a real example of maybe a salesperson who is underperforming and
Mhm.
then they found fuel and got the training and then they were able to perform a lot better.
Yeah, and it's not just salespeople. I would tell you leaders. I will tell you customer facing roles in general. Uh, so without even bringing in like a person and saying their name and saying what happened to them, here's what happens. Okay, so when you get into the platform, we've developed a now trademarked system called expert language model. Everyone's heard of large language model. That's what all of these Geminis and ChatGPTs are built on. Some people may have heard of small language models, which are just limited. We built an expert language model. What's that? That is, if Luke is an expert in something, how do we get something that is as perfectly replicated as Luke as possible? How Luke would answer questions, how he would ask questions, how he would push. Most models that are AI based are very supportive of the user. No matter what they do, it's like, yeah, very good. That's a great idea. Oh, but wouldn't this be better? Oh, you're right. That would be better. Or wouldn't this? Yes. And it's always very supportive. But experts aren't very supportive when they're coaching people. They're the exact opposite. They're like, no, that's wrong. They'll just point blank say, that's wrong. Let's fix that. But
Yeah.
all these other models that you go to, they don't say you're wrong, right? They're like, okay, we'll support you in whatever you've decided to talk to me about. And so we first had to build this expert language model, which we've now perfected and constantly getting better. And so what happens is the following. Remember, since we built this on sports and military, we follow the exact same process. And so in sports, if you're going to teach me how to dribble, what will be a dribble effect to a salesperson, for instance? What is the same equivalent as a dribble? Just a very basic thing. So maybe a dribble exercise is making a cold call. Okay. So when somebody logs into Fuel, they choose one of the experts. We have experts from all over the world, but you'll use Todd, for instance, my co-founder, who's also in the platform because he's a coach. And let's just stay in the mortgage industry, just for the sake of this conversation. If someone is looking to make a phone call to a realtor to get referrals from them, they would go into the platform, and I'm going to tell you some results here in a second. They would go into the platform, they would speak just like you and I are speaking right now and say something like, look, I have a meeting coming up with Luke. He's a great realtor here in Denver, Colorado. And he's been doing it. I can see on LinkedIn, he's been doing it for 7 years. He's well known. How can I approach Luke so he can send me his next referral? And then Todd AI would walk you through and go back and forth with you, set up a role play scenario, grade you, give you feedback, and you've put your voice under pressure. You have now dribbled the ball. And Todd AI sees that you're dribbling the ball and says, you know what? You can make that phone call now. When you practice with Todd AI and he gives you a score of like 4 or 5 or something like that, or 6 maybe, he says to you, let's practice again. Got to get to an 8, just like a coach would, right? Like you're standing shooting free throws, missing every shot. The coach isn't like, all right, hit the showers. Like you're not leaving until you make these shots, right? And that's why they become good. This does the same thing. This system goes, wait, you got to practice again. You did not get to the level that I wouldn't make this phone call. You're going to not make the deal. And so it practices that skill with you until you're scoring at a certain level. And then you go out and make that phone call. Result wise, man, it's stupid incredible. And it makes me want to cry because for the first time ever, we have a way to actually help anyone that applies this will get the results that everyone is getting. The same results LeBron James gets. LeBron James has a coach. Can he beat his coach in basketball? 100%. But he still has a coach. Why? Because the coach sees how you can improve by 1%. And that's exactly what this system does. It helps you improve every time you use it, bar none, every single time. So from first use, you will be better. Not 6 months promise, same day. You will be better at it same day. Results, we're seeing people improve their results, their performance, the output they're getting from their own job by 50%. Not 10, not 5, not 18, like 50%. And they're doing it in such a way that their entire life gets better. We hear people say the number one thing everyone says to me about why they love Fuel is the confidence they have now. Like, I feel so confident. Like, I did a role play, and I've been doing this for a great story from a Fortune company. I won't throw out their name. From a Fortune company, Fortune 100 company. Sales leader, not even a sales rep, sales leader, a manager of people, goes and inside his own report that he sent us, he's like, before I started this role play with this system, I was at a 3 confidence. It was a tough conversation he had to have with an employee. Okay. They would change some things around and he had to deliver the message to several people. And he has done it before, fumbled it completely, a lot of mess. It just didn't feel good, didn't go well, lost a couple of employees because of it, good people. And he's like, I can't do this. And he says himself, I was at a 3 going into this conversation. By the end, he said, I'm at a 9. My confidence is at a 9 to have these conversations now. Luke, it took like 2 days. 2 days for him to go from a 3 to a 9. This is a senior leader. This isn't, I'll tell you another one, another Fortune company. 40 years this senior leader has been at this company, 40 years. He called me at 8 o'clock at night. It was 10 o'clock his time because he's on the East Coast. 10 o'clock at night, I was like, oh my gosh, something's going on. Why is an executive from this big company calling me at 8 o'clock at night? I know it's 10 for him. And he says to me, he's like, Alex, I have a big meeting tomorrow. I can't log into my system. I need to practice. I was like, for real? He's like, yes, I have a big meeting. I need to get these marbles out of my mouth. I really need to practice. And it was a user error. He used an old email, not the new email. He's like, I can't log in. We're like, what email are you using? He's like, but that's not the email on file. But my point is, 40 years in this company, and he recognizes the power of practicing with expert feedback. He's like, I'm not doing this meeting until I practice. And so results have varied, but all of them positive. There's not one that we have someone come back to us going, you know what? This just doesn't work for me. It cannot not work. It's literally law. And so we're proud of how well it's helping people. It's just one of the biggest rewards you can see is just the immediate transformation.